Hey guys, thanks for tuning into BeenieTV, where I offer you sprinkles of spiritual sassiness. Right now I am drinking a strawberry, banana, spinach, honey, cinnamon, turmeric, black pepper smoothie. Whenever you guys put turmeric in anything you make, whether it's gold milk or your tea or your smoothies, always add black pepper because it activates it. I don't know why the body can't break down turmeric without black pepper. I don't know, it's just what I heard. So that's what I'm drinking right now. Okay, this video is about how to find an apartment, ways to find apartments in Los Angeles. You guys ask me this all the time. So I have lived in 3 places technically since I moved to Los Angeles. The first place I lived was with one of my old coworkers from Topshop. Next place I found on my own, and this place I live in now, my roommate and I found it. So when you're moving to LA, my biggest thing is please have somewhere to live already. Don't come out here and staying in a hotel, stay in an Airbnb. Like, no. You're going to be able to find the right apartment wherever you are. So if you're in New York, I would suggest using websites like RadPad, PadMapper. So Craigslist does get a bad rep, but I promise you Craigslist is going to be your best friend when you move out here. What you're going to do is you're going to go on Craigslist. You're going to be as specific as possible, right? So if you want to live in North Hollywood, in the search button, type in 1-bedroom apartment in North Hollywood, bachelor apartment in North Hollywood. A lot of people are not familiar with what a bachelor is. There's a lot of bachelor apartments, especially in the super populated areas of Los Angeles, like Koreatown, where like a lot of the Latinos live, like near Olympic and over down here between Larchmont and between Larchmont Village and between like downtown Los Angeles is super densely populated with a lot of Koreans and Latinos. And there's bachelor apartments. Bachelor apartments are smaller than studios. Sometimes some of them don't come with kitchens. Sometimes some of them, they don't come with kitchens. They don't come with full-size fridges. They come with, I used to live in a bachelor, so I had 2 burner stoves and then a mini fridge. And I didn't have a sink in the bathroom. I had to wash my hands in the sink that I used in the kitchen area. It was super tiny. I don't even know, like 400 square feet. Like, it was tiny. So there's a lot of those, but it was like $600 a month. At one point I was only paying $300 a month for rent, and then it went up to $600 a month. But bachelors are very cheap. They're not going to be in the nicest areas, but if you are looking for somewhere to lay your head at night and you don't care, then I would say look for bachelor apartments. But anyway, in Craigslist, you want to be as specific as possible. So you want to find a 1-bedroom apartment North Hollywood. You're going to go through the listings. Make sure to click on the ads that have pictures. Excuse me. It's the smoothie. Make sure to, in the criteria, click on the box that says has pictures. You obviously want to see where you might be living, right? And sometimes people will have their numbers, or you email them and say, you know, hey, don't like let people know you just moved to LA, because that's like none of their business, and there are scam artists out here. So you want to just type in, hey, I'm looking for a 1-bedroom apartment. When would I be able to come and view the apartment? And you just set up the meeting. Go with a friend. I would definitely recommend that. Go with your roommate, go with your friend, whatever. If you have to go by yourself, like, no big deal. Just go during the daytime, right? And, you know, let somebody know like where you're going. And you know, you go check it out, and you just see if you like it or not, right? And for this place that we moved into, I had to look through, maybe we sent like over 30 emails and text messages, like, you know, we want to live here, we want to live here. We viewed about 5 or 6, and this was the one that we definitely agreed upon, my roommate and I. So you're going to be going through a lot of different like ads and apartments and people to really find the one that works for you. Again, the neighborhood is important. Like, you know, if you drive, where are you going to park? If you take public transportation, where's the train? If you are someone who is coming from a big city and you like being able to walk to things, how close is the closest Target? Like, are you living near small mom and pop shops. You know, you have to consider all of these things. Really take your time when finding an apartment, because you will be locked into a 1-year lease unless you want to do a sublet situation where you're only there for 3 months, for 6 months, whatever works for you and your situation. But I will say, do not rush into anything. That is definitely a mistake I made. Like when I moved into my bachelor apartment, I just didn't take my time. I was such in a rush to like get out of my first living situation that I didn't take my time to realize that I lived in like a very not great part of town. And it's because I didn't know, you know, I didn't know any better, you know what I mean? And again, that's why I'm like telling you guys, do your research. Like I basically lived near this part of LA called MacArthur Park, which was like full of homeless people, full of drug addicts. Like nobody goes to MacArthur Park. You don't go to MacArthur Park area. And I didn't know that, right? So I was like, what? $300 rent, $600 rent? What? Yeah, I want to live there. Like, no. When I tell you that place was very unique, like that's just how I'm gonna put it. It was a very unique place, and I thank the Lord that I live in this new place. So I live in a guest house. So I live in the back of someone's main house. I highly recommend it because you're not dealing with any landlords. You're dealing with family, people, and usually those are within the suburbs, so it's nice and quiet. And it's not a big thing anywhere else really. Like my roommate, she's lived in a few guest homes before. So when you're on Craigslist, look for guest homes, you know, and just go visit them and see how you feel about them. What else about moving to LA? Yeah, just take your time with finding your apartment. And I think for all of my dancers out there, like dancers, entertainment people, a lot of people move to North Hollywood. I don't like North Hollywood. There's not that much to do. It's not close to like Los Angeles City. You have to take the train. I really don't like that train. The underground train here is not my favorite thing. But yeah, because I know someone asked me like what's the best way for her to find an apartment. She's moving to North Hollywood. North Hollywood is cheaper and it has a lot of really great apartment buildings. So just when you're moving out here, just kill it with the emailing and contacting people and seeing, like, get your budget right and just emailing people, calling people, seeing where you want to live, where you can live. Walk around the neighborhoods. That's what I'm saying. Take your time. Like, walk around the neighborhoods. Use Google Maps to see what the neighborhoods are like. You know, just don't look at what your street looks like through the satellite view. Look at what it looks like down the street, because your street could be fine. And then the next street over, it could be like, okay, no, I need a life vest. Not a life vest. I need a bulletproof vest. I need like police gear. You know what I mean? So take your time. Call people. Do the viewings. And until you find the place that is like, okay, this is it. Because again, you might be locking yourself into a 1-year situation. So you want to make sure that where you're living suits you. Yeah, so that's all I can think of right now. So using websites like RadPad, PadMapper, Apartments.com is the best website I've ever used, honestly. It's clear, it's concise, it gives you really great visual images of, you know, apartments. It shows you like where everything is. Like I love Apartments.com and Craigslist. Those are going to be your go-to. So I wish you nothing but the best on your move to Los Angeles. Take your time. And I hope this advice assists you on your journey. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.